Did you know that in Dubai alone, billions of dirhams worth of real estate transactions take place every single month? Now imagine being able to pull all that transaction data straight into your own scripts. No more manual browsing, no copy pasting, just clean JSON at your fingertips. And that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'll show you how to scrape Dubai property transactions from one of the leading real estate websites, Buyit, using the Buyit API. Right now, I'm on Buyit's transactions page, where I've applied some filters. The purpose is set to for sale, the location is set to downtown Dubai, and the category is set to apartments, and so on. The exciting part? We can fetch this exact same data programmatically with just a few lines of Python. So let's fire up VS Code and make it happen. I'll create a new file and call it transactions.py. The first step is to import the libraries we'll need: OS for environment variables, JSON to save the response in a structured format, and request to make the API call. Next, we need to define the API endpoint URL that we'll be working with. This tells our script exactly where to send the request. We'll define our headers using the Buyit API key. You can grab this by subscribing to the Buyit API on Rapid API, and it's best practice to store it as an environment variable instead of hard-coding it. Now, let's add our query parameters. I'll keep it simple with page equals 0, which just means we're fetching the first page of results. I'll go ahead and paste in the payload here. Don't worry about all these fields right now. We'll explore them in detail a little later. Now we'll make the post request to the API and then save the response into a file called transactions.json so we can easily inspect the results. Let's run this file. It generates our JSON response file. And when I open it, you'll see the very first transaction is for Residence 8. Now, if I switch back to the Bayut website, you'll notice the very first transaction listed there is also Residence 8. So the API is giving us exactly the same results. Let's take a look at how our JSON output is structured. Each transaction includes details like the amount, the category, whether it's rent or sale, and the date of the transaction. Under property, you'll find the number of beds, the type of property, its floor, the built-up area, the plot area, and even the occupancy status or vacancy status. The location section gives you the property's name, the full location hierarchy, and even the exact latitude and longitude coordinates. And finally, there's a contract section with details like contract type, duration, and monthly rent. Though since this is a sale property, those values will be null. And remember, this is just the first element of the list. The output actually contains a whole list of such transactions. Now, let's see some rental transactions. When I set it to for rent, the top transaction is Fort 1. Now, let me make the same change in my code by setting the purpose to for rent. Run it again, and check the response. And there it is. The very first transaction in our JSON is also Fort 1. So once again, the API matches the website perfectly. Now let's check the output for rentals. You'll notice the structure is very similar to what we saw with sales. We still get the amount, property details, and location. The key difference is in the contract section. Since this is a rental transaction, you'll now see details like the monthly rent amount, contract type, and even the duration in months, which weren't available in the sale response. Let's try another filter. I'll change the category from apartments to hotel apartments. The top transaction now is Kempinski the Boulevard. In the payload, we'll make the same change to hotel apartments and check the results again. By now, you've probably gained some confidence that the API results are spot on. All right, let's quickly talk about the payload. Each of these fields, again, like purpose, category, location IDs, price range, beds, and so on, directly control the filters on Buyit's transactions. If you want to dive deeper into all the possible fields and values, you can check out the Buyit API docs. Just open your browser and head to this page. Everything is explained here in detail. The main parameters you'll use are pretty straightforward. Purpose to set whether it's for sale or for rent. Locations IDs, which must be from Dubai and can be fetched from the locations endpoint. And category for the property type like apartments, villas, and so on. You can also filter by completion status and use sort by to order results by date, price, or area. On top of that, you can set min and max values for area and price, and even filter transactions by a specific date range. And that's it. With just a few lines of Python, you can pull Buyat's real estate transactions right into your code. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more.